Hello, Wayne from Showcase Design and Build. This is Joel from JND SEO, and I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online, Wayne. And I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine. So I'm going to make this as quick as possible. If after the video, you want to talk a little more, if something I said interests you and you understand the value behind it, let's have a 10-minute phone call. If not, no problem. I'm actually going to give you some free tips right in it. It'll help you already, even with just the video watch. So let's talk first things about content. So I'm going to look at your homepage here. You guys do have a little bit about us here. A little bit under kind of a few different projects you worked on. I would say overall, though, you probably have under 300 words of content on your homepage. I really recommend about 1,500. And Google prefers to have 1,500. And the reason why is because they're actually going to rank your site based on the amount of content you have. But the other more important reason why we want that much content is that the more content you have, the more keywords or keyword phrases we can put into that content. As an example, I've put in one of the best ones for your specific service that you provide, which is General Contractor, Fayetteville, North Carolina. And it's a service you provide in a location you provide it. This is also what a new customer would actually search if they were looking for somebody like you with your services in this area. So normally you would see the ads pop up first, and that's what a new customer would see. Not seeing any on the top part. We do see one here in the map section. But the second thing that we normally would see, which we're seeing first, is this map section, right? And the top 3 companies organically, which is these 3, are going to show up here in this preview window. These are all based on citations. All that means is that you submit your business name, address, and phone number, has to be all 3 together, into a directory site such as Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. But it will also put any ads in addition to the 3 organic, the natural ones, so it's also going to be 4 in this case. After that, we're going to get into our organic section. Normally, we would have a lot more companies at the top. Because of kind of the service that you guys are in, we're actually getting a lot more directories. So Home Advisor is a directory, Better Business Bureau is a directory, Angie.com is a directory, Who's is a directory, Yelp is a directory, and Porch is also a directory. All directories at the top here. But you're going to get 10 results per page. And that's true on almost any Google search, right? As long as there's enough search volume. So these show up in reference to what we search, General Contractor, Fayetteville, North Carolina. So we could rank these. Number 1 would be Home Advisor. 2 would be Better Business Bureau. 3 would be Angie. We're basically ranking this keyword, right? Remember that there's 10 results per page because we're going to talk about that more in a minute. Next up, I've taken your website, showcasenc.com, and plugged it into a program I use called Ahrefs. And what this kind of does for me, it allows me to analyze your site and to see, kind of how it's doing. So custom home builder, Showcase Design and Build, your name, and Fayetteville. So a couple keywords, your name as well. This is great that you're using these headers because this allows Google to find you a little easier. Talking about the numbers a little bit, 49 referring domains, sending you back 126 links to your page. All that means is these referring domains are basically just websites. 49 that you guys have links on. On those 49 sites, you have 126 links. So there's roughly, 2.5 per site. And people click those, it sends them back to your homepage. All right, so we have 78 keywords. These are what allow you to get found on Google, like what we put in, General Contractor, Fayetteville, North Carolina. And these are what really bring in the visitors to your sites. The 78 you have, we found, are bringing in 8 visitors a month. So let's take a look at these keywords and kind of see where your traffic's coming from and what we could do better. First thing we see, Showcase Construction Company. It's just your name. What that means, though, is people are actually searching you by name. They know who you are. This is going to be a lot of your referrals, probably people who've seen some of your trucks or signs somewhere as well. But 10 people do search it exactly like that. Of those 10, you guys are actually ranked number 1, meaning 10 results per page, we said, right? So number 1's the best you can do. You're going to get the biggest percentage of that 10. Next up, we have a couple of variations, Custom Home Builder, Fayetteville, North Carolina, which actually is a keyword. It also is kind of your name as well, so it kind of works 2 ways there. Home Builders in Fayetteville, North Carolina, these are good for bringing in new customers, 150, 16. The problem with this one, 11 and 16, is that we know there's 10 results per page, right? 11 puts us on the top of page 2. 16 puts us in the middle of page 2. We've actually found that 80 to 85% of people who search anything on Google will actually not go to page 2, right? So a large percentage. So what that means is almost all of your traffic is coming from this first one here, which is just your name. However, you maybe are getting one each on these two because you are at least towards the top of those page, but you're not going to be getting much from the rest of these. But you do have some good ones here. Fayetteville Home Builders is a good one. Custom Homes Fayetteville Builders. And these are all good key phrases, right? However, I did find that the general contractor one was the best one. So I'd recommend getting actually some of those as well. But as a quick comparison, I'm going to show you Bramble Builders. They were the best result from the organic section of what came up in your area. Again, they've got their name up here with some key phrases. 70 referring domains, setting back almost 200 backlinks to their page. 101 keywords, and they're getting about 103 visitors to their site per month. So let's take a quick look at what they're doing here. They got their name number 1, so 40 people search them by name, number 1 for that. Home remodeling, Fayetteville, North Carolina, 90 people search it just like that. And they're number 2. Here's what I used, general contractors, Fayetteville, North Carolina, 150. And they're number 5 for that, so top 5, still really good. Construction companies in Fayetteville, North Carolina, 80, number 3. Home repair, 90, number 4. So they've got a lot of really good key phrases, keywords in here, and that's really where the traffic is coming from. And you can see they're also in the top 10 for all of these, right? It's about 8 or so, and that's why they're getting a lot more traffic than what you guys are currently getting. But all we have to do, guys, is go after some of the same keywords that they're going after, and we could turn that 8 and add 100 to it, right? And make it 108. And all that is really getting in the top 5 for really about 3 keywords, maybe even 4, right? And that's not that difficult, actually, especially with what you guys are kind of doing here with more of the home building. It's a little more open. But anyway, if you guys want to talk more, like I said, 10 minutes, I will give you a follow-up call just to talk about, what you thought of the video. But thank you for your time. I do appreciate it, and have a great day.